Hey everybody, it's Coach Norman Stickle, and in today's video, I'm going to be answering the question, are codependents empaths? And this could be kind of a not really super complicated one to break down, but there can be a lot of points to cover, so I'll try to make this as simple as possible. If at any point in time you guys feel free, please, or have any questions, I will include the calendar link in the description or attached with the video to be able to book a free strategy call with me. I'm only giving about 5 of those away today, so go ahead and grab that up. And also, if you have any comments or questions that you'd like to maybe include with the video, either book a free strategy call or leave a like or whatnot with the video itself. I would much appreciate it. And it lets me know that people are responding to the topics that I am trying to cover for you guys. So with that being said, let's dive right in. And the question being, are codependents empaths? And I would have to say that it comes down to very possibly. It's an open-ended question because if you are a true empath, you are in a very small percentage of the population of people. And it is one of those things that we internally know. I myself would know very, very well, being an empath, but also being an empath differs from being empathetic. And that's going to be one of the biggest defining things of how you receive and view empathy in general, to whether it actually really defines you as just being naturally empathetic or being an empath. And the biggest defining line with that is an empath physically feels the sensations and the feelings of the other person as if it was their own. That is the defining mark of whether or not you're an empath. As of where it is natural, unless like narcissism and some other conditions out there, you don't have the capability, so to speak, of experiencing empathy, being empathetic on that realm because of some form of or condition of being detached from experiencing that. Which narcissism is a step back from they are detached from having the experience of being able to really closely relate to experiencing empathy or that empatheticness of having that. But you can be a codependent and not be an empath. But I keep saying but. Most empaths that are unawakened and unaware of how to control their abilities and be able to manage being an empath are codependent. And that comes down to whether or not, if you are an empath, if you are empowered, or I would say, with no disrespect, disempowered. Meaning, you're still at the stage where you're trying to figure out exactly how and what to do. You might have an inkling that you are an empath, but you are still in the dark about how to manage it, control it, and to be able to use it, not only to your own benefit, but also for the benefit of others and help others with it, because it can be a very valuable tool and resource to have if used properly. But if it is mismanaged, you will find yourself fatigued, down, and having a really tough time, some days more than others, going through your daily life functioning. You probably do not have, like a codependent, you will not have a lot of boundaries. So it is possible for codependents to be empaths, but it also it really depends. But there's a codependent and an empath will portray, I was trying to figure out the word, portray a lot of the same symptoms, so it can be very muddled and can be difficult to actually really unless you really dig deep to be able to actually really determine whether or not you are a true empath or whether you carry and have and possess a lot of codependent traits. So there's a lot of resources and tools out there for codependents and empaths. People like myself who have personally experienced it and have been on a path to healing and are now taking that healing and my knowledge and my own experience and using it to help guide others to the process of where they can benefit from having the ability of being an empath, and also learning how to set boundaries for their codependency. So, in my humble opinion, it really is an open-ended question of whether codependents are empaths. And with that being said, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. I personally feel like I may have gotten a little off track, but you know what? I'm kind of winging it today. So I appreciate you guys sticking around. And if you have found any of this helpful, I would love to see a like, maybe a little bit of a comment or a smiley face. And I will include the link to my strategy call, my free strategy call, where you guys can book a free strategy session with me. And I'm only including a handful of those, about 5 of those today. So swoop those up before they're gone. And I appreciate it. And thank you guys very much.